What's going on, everybody? I'm Tank. This is another episode of Roadie Reactions.
Get with this.
Welcome back, everybody, to another Saturday on the channel, which means it's Sabaton Saturday. And if you're not familiar, this is the dedicated day of the week that I've set aside where I continue my personal adventure with the music of Sabaton, while also learning a lot of cool history along the way. And today I'm going to be checking out a song that has been highly requested by a lot of people on Patreon, Discord, YouTube, all over the place. And I feel like I should have got to this one sooner, but I feel like that about a lot of songs. And you know what? The time's right to do it now. And I didn't know a ton about the background of the story, and I started reading about it, and I stopped because this seems like one that has a very deep history to it, and one that seems really cool. So I want to wait until I watch the entire Sabaton history episode of this, which I will watch afterwards, and I highly encourage everybody else to check that out. I will link that below. The Sabaton history channel is incredible, and I have learned so much from it because they do such a good job telling the history of all these battles and all these events through their music as well as on that history YouTube page. So today we're getting to No Bullets Fly, and this is the story about American pilot Charlie Brown and German pilot Franz Stigler. And from what I understand from the story, Brown was a bomber pilot for the US, Stigler a German pilot who was ordered to shoot down Brown's bomber, and when he saw how badly damaged it was in the air, he disobeyed orders and flew him out of a danger zone. Out of respect, I guess. We'll find out. But man, I'm excited about this one because, as always, I'm going to check out the lyric video first so I can check out what they're singing about. Then I'm going to check out the animated video that so many of you have told me to check out. So as always, I will link these original videos in the description below. And today, I'm once again listening to Sabaton, and for the first time ever, hearing their song, No Bullets Fly. Let's go. Wow, the first few notes of that really sounded like Ain't Talking About Love by Van Halen. Just the tone and everything that threw me off. Let's try this again. So I know I said right at the beginning that reminded me of like Van Halen, but this song overall has a very 80s metal feel to it, more so than a lot of Sabaton's other stuff. I really liked it. The line that he just said goodbye to the cross. I think I do remember reading that Stigler was one kill away in the air from getting some high service medal for his service in Germany. I'll have to look that up and look at what it is, but that would be crazy if this is the incident that kept him from receiving an award. And that's wild, man. The story's starting off crazy already, so let's continue. Really quick, that pre-chorus right here really sounds like 82nd All the Way's pre-chorus as well. Very similar, at least to my ear. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. Similar. Tasteful solo. Man, the more and more I listen to Sabaton, and let's extrapolate on that a little. It's not just Sabaton. It's Nightwish. It's a lot of European metal bands I listen to. They pull a lot of stuff from their other songs that has the same feel. That bridge right there, I already mentioned 82nd All the Way. That sounds like Lion from the North. And, you know, it's kind of weird because I'm not trying to say that they're just repeating material, but it's an interesting almost Easter egg or homage to their other stuff when you start hearing, you know, older material pulled. Now, I think this was written before 82nd All the Way and Lion from the North. I could be wrong. I'll look it up. I don't know their whole history yet, but I find that really interesting with a lot of European bands. I'm seeing that a lot. You hear a lot of the same influences from other material in their songs. I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. It's like a little Easter egg. You can make that connection. Let's finish this off. Is that them? Wow. So these two ended up knowing each other after this? I assume we'll find out with this other story video. Killer. Let's go check out the animated one. So this video seems to be a little longer than the first one, actually over double the length. So I assume we're going to get some story and some pretty good history with this one. I mean, it says animated story. So once again, Sabaton, No Bullets Fly, animated story video. Let's go.
It's December the 20th, 1943, and in the freezing air high above Germany, Second Lieutenant Charles Charlie Brown is at the controls of his B-17F, ye old pub. At 11:30, approaching the target of the Focke-Wulf plant near Bremen, the pub is rocked as 4 explosions go off right in front of the B-17. A cry comes across the intercom. "We're hit." In the plexiglass nose, a huge hole had been made. An icy cold wind was being blown inside, making freezing conditions for the crew. Engine 2 had been hit, and co-pilot Spencer Pinky Luke let out an expletive as he noticed a huge hole in the right wing. Releasing their bombs over the factory, the crew turned to the north, planning to head over the coast, then turn west for home. With one engine out and engine 4 now faulty, the pub started to fall back from the formation with another damaged plane. Sam Blackie Blackford in the bull turret watched as it disappeared into a cloud bank. There was an orange flash in the cloud. "Bandits!" Eki shouted as 5 BF-109s streaked from the cloud bank. Then another cry, "Bandits!" as 8 FW-190s were spotted in formation ahead of the pub. Sergeant Bertram Frenchy Coulomb in the turret shot the 190 out of the sky. The navigator, Al Doc Sadek, took out the second. Pinky reported that Engine 3 had been hit. That left just one engine at full power. The BF-109s attacked the pub from behind, swarming all over. But due to the cold wind running through the pub, most of the guns were frozen. In a turn now, the pub was repeatedly hit, taking extreme damage and killing the tail gunner. A shell penetrated and exploded near the waist gunners, injuring the crew and creating a huge hole. The oxygen supply was taken out and the pub spun towards the ground. With the crew unconscious due to lack of oxygen, the B-17 fell for 4 miles. Charlie started to come around and grabbed the controls, pulling back as the plane continued to fall. 5,000 feet, 4,000 feet, 3,000 feet. Just moments from hitting the earth, the plane pulled up, almost scraping the trees as it did.
That is f***ing insane. Insane. And what's even more insane thinking about this is, the more I get into the history of a lot of this stuff with old wars from years and years and decades and hundreds of years ago, you think about the technology back then compared to what we have now and think about the battles they had to fight. I mean, this is insane. Like how that just didn't go down. Before we start this, you guys probably notice I keep drifting my eyes down. I do apologize. I'm only getting to record this right now because my daughter Ingrid is sleeping and I just keep peeking at the baby monitor. So let's get back into this, man.
So hurry up, rearm and refuel. But through the bombers damage that bring, see wounded men scared to the bone. Look to the right and then look again, and see the enemy in the eye. No bullets fly, spared by his mercy. Escorted out of harm's way. Fly, fighting fair is the code of the air. Brothers, heroes, foes. Machine, honor in the sky. Flying home. Machine, said goodbye to the cross. It is Here is this life, 2 times a
Just this story alone now with the visuals and stuff is already like getting me teary-eyed thinking about this. Like the amount of respect in the middle of a war in a situation like this. I mean, really honor and respect. It's wild. Usually I talk about gear in these videos. We do see the band. It looks like they're either playing their Ibanez or ESPs. I can't tell. So we'll just say whoever animated that stuff, good job. I don't know what you used, but it looks awesome. I'm loving this, man. So far, this might be one of my favorite Sabaton videos I've seen just from the story and the history alone. And I've seen some really cool shit. Let's continue.
Here is this life, 2 times a day, to save an unknown enemy. Let's go to safety out of the kill zone. A short salute and that part and fly. Fighting fair is the code of the air. Brothers, heroes, foes. Machine, honor in the sky. Flying home. Machine, said goodbye to the cross. It is
I like even animated, they've got him banging his knee. What a sick name for an aircraft. I mean, that's got to be
the story was kept secret.
Whoa. There's a lot more. That's got to be the longest I've gone in an entire video without, like, pausing, because I'm so into this. There's a lot more of this left, so I assume we're going to get a lot more story. Bring it.
The story was kept secret until 1986, when Brown started the search for the German pilot who had shown mercy on that December day all those years ago. In 1990, Brown received a letter from a man named Stigler, who was living in Canada. Stigler explained that he had been the pilot of the German fighter who had escorted Ye Olde Pup. This video is of their first meeting.
Franz, what were your feelings when you met again for the first time?
I was so happy as we met that I dropped him and hugged him. It wasn't easy.
The fact that he risked his life really in many ways, and I wrote him in a letter. I said, if you made a habit of feeling sorry for bomber crews, flag up alongside them, I am sure that you were shot down many times. But it was not only the audacity that he came up to us and then recognizing the threat. If someone had seen him and reported him, it could have been a death sentence.
Franz gifted Charlie a book, and inside the inscription read, "In 1940, I lost my only brother as a night fighter. On the 20th of December, 4 days before Christmas, I had the chance to save a B-17 from her destruction. A plane so badly damaged, it was a wonder that she was still flying. The pilot, Charlie Brown, is for me as precious as my brother was. Thanks, Charlie. Your brother, Franz." In 2008, within a few months of each other, the two firm friends went on their final journey. Franz Stigler never got the Knight's Cross, but as he always said, he got something better.
There's more to this?
Mom, go listen.
Get out of here. Is this like family members?
Hi, my name is Jovita Tan Stigler. I would like to thank Sabaton and your song, No Bullets Fly. Because of this, the story of my father will live on. See you on your next concert tour. Safe journey, gentlemen, and again, thank you.
Wow. No way. Dude, that is unreal. That one choked me up, man. Oh. Let me collect myself and let's go talk more about this. That one might very well be my favorite Sabaton song so far, purely because of just the story and everything with it. I mean, holy shit. his grandson hears it because he's a fan and then sends it to his mom, Stigler's daughter. Like, dude, you can't make that up. That's insane to me. Like, what a wild series of events of this whole thing. I mean, this happened, I think they said 1943, and it wasn't until 86, they said, that Stigler and Brown, like, got a hold of each other. It's 40 years. That's just mind-blowing, man. I loved this one. I absolutely loved it. And musically, it was really fun, man. Like I said, it had that, like, 80s metal feel to it. And even though it had a lot of elements of typical Sabaton songs that I hear, it was very unique to me in terms of that 80s influence. I really liked it. Man, these are so fun. I absolutely love this. I cannot wait to go watch the Sabaton history episode. I bet it is so cool. And for those of you that haven't seen it, I'm going to link it in the description below as well, so you can go check it out. And as always, as a reminder, if you haven't seen these videos, don't just watch them here. Please go check out these artist pages and watch them there. Show your support to them in any way you can. The links to the videos are below as well. So thank you one more time, and if this is your first time here, feel free to click subscribe. I release videos all the time, or at least I did until I had a kid, so I release them here and there now. But if you turn your alerts on, you'll be notified the second new stuff comes out. If you liked this video, I would greatly appreciate the like, as it does help the channel. But if you disliked it, it's not a problem, man. Thank you for watching this time. You're free to dislike the video and move on. I'm also on a ton of different social media. I have a Discord server that I chat with people on a lot. I'm on Twitch streaming all the time, so if you're interested in that, links are also below. And my handle on everything social media related is @TankTheTech. Thank you so much once again for watching. I will be back very soon with another episode of Roadie Reactions.